Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. First, the top stories. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has asked the Tinubu administration to immediately launch investigations and deeper probe into the deaths of some Nigerians like Dele Giwa, Bolaigi and Kudirat Abiola, who were killed in strange circumstances for the sake of giving some closure. He said some Nigerians around the world have and could provide clues to the killings. He made the comments in Lagos today during an interview with select senior journalists on the occasion of Democracy Day, which was marked on June 12, 2025. Nobel laureate Professor Soyinka praised the recognition and honors announced by the president during his address to a joint session of the National Assembly, especially some of the heroes of the democratic struggle. He says there are several omissions on the honors list, but believes those honored are true representations of the rest. He also warned that no one should belittle the weight and importance of the June 12 struggle, as many people died and many others greatly injured by the military junta that killed, tortured and imprisoned Nigerians at the time. Reacting to his own honor, Professor Soyinka says he will be dedicating it to the memory of late Beko Ransom Kuti, a defender of human rights, champion of good governance and campaigner for democracy, who was detained and jailed several times by the Nigerian military. The chairman of Guma local government area of Benue State, Mr. Morris Owochu, has confirmed the attack by suspected herdsmen on Yelwata, a border town with Nasarawa State, where many have been killed while over 26 persons have been hospitalized. Speaking to Channels Television after visiting the scene of the attack on Saturday, the chairman accused the herdsmen of attacking his people unprovoked following an early attempt to attack Daudu town before the military halted the attack. According to Mr. Owuch, the herdsmen then moved towards Yelwata at about 11:30 p.m. to attack Yelwata, where there were just 4 soldiers posted, while over 100 of the herdsmen opened fire on the people. While he is unable to confirm the actual casualty figure, which the police is yet to release, the chairman called for increased surveillance in the area to protect his people. Five persons have been reported to have died in the early hours of today, while over a dozen sustained injuries in an electrocution incident in the Gombe metropolis. Public Relations Officer of the State Police Command, Buhari Abdullahi, says the electrocution resulted from a power surge via a transformer located on Tudunwadam Pantami Street, which affected adjoining homes. He says investigations into the incident are ongoing, appealing also to residents to stay away from the vicinity until it is deemed safe to do so. And there's more sad news from Taraba State, where at least 6 persons have been killed, with many others injured following a devastating windstorm that wreaked havoc on Garba Chede community. A visit to the affected community by Northeast Development Commission comes with a sigh of relief as the commission assessed the damage done and assured residents of providing succor to the victims. This is Garba Chede community in Bali local government area of Taraba State. A heavy windstorm in the area led to the destruction of these structures, which used to be people's homes. Schools, business centers and hospitals were not spared as the storm was accompanied by heavy downpour.
6 people lose their life on this accident. What happened last Monday, that's 9 days ago. 1 old man, 2 married women, 1 married man, and 2 children lose their life on that very day. And almost 280 houses have been destroyed totally. Some people, like 100 houses, do not get where to sleep safe.
Officials of the Northeast Development Commission are in the community to assess the situation and provide intervention for the victims.
The commission the mandate of this commission is in rehabilitating, and improving the lives of the people of the Northeast. So, and such disasters like this, that's why the management of the commission, under the auspices of the MD CEO, sent this team. I'm not the only one. You can see the head of R and ER. You've seen people from the state and all of them here. So they've sent us to come and assess this and go back to report. And we are assuring you that the commission will intervene in terms of food items and non-food items.
Intervention like this, the commission or any government office will not give you what you lost. So we are going to only support them so that they will recover. So whatever we are giving, whatever the commission is giving, is just to help them recover from that devastation. So there is no, people may think that we are coming to rebuild their houses or do something. No, it's not so.
The state government is also planning to provide some succor to the affected persons.
When I heard about it, I felt it, and I have to call the SEMA for intervention. And immediately they respond. I send the pictures to them, and I believe that something is going to be done about it.
The NEDC team also paid a condolence visit on the chief of Garba Chede to sympathize with him and intimate him on their mission to his community.
A major medical milestone at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital has been recorded as 2 successful kidney transplants have taken place. The breakthrough surgeries, the first in over a decade at the facility, were carried out by a team of 11 specialists at the UMTH Kidney Center.
The University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital has marked a significant feat in Nigeria's healthcare system, performing 2 successful kidney transplants on May the 21st and the 22nd. Led by urology surgeon Dr. Hassan Dogo, the procedures were conducted by a team of consultants, including 5 professors, marking a return to kidney transplantation at the center 15 years after the first was done in 2010.
The first patient that we did lived for 7 years, which is really a good one. Okay, as I said, 2 things: maintenance drugs and comorbidities. That may be a challenge, but I doubt if his demise is related to the kidney transplant. So I think that's but certainly we are learning. For us here, we're always open to learn where it will be better for all Nigerians.
Professor Ahijo announced during a press briefing that 20 more indigent Nigerians will benefit from free kidney transplants as part of a renewed effort to make advanced healthcare accessible to all. One of the transplant recipients, Yusuf Abdullahi, shared his emotional journey.
My urine is okay. I don't have any inconveniences. Before this transplant, speech was a problem. I couldn't walk. I couldn't think of anything. But right now, I'm very all right. Just waiting for the hospital management to discharge me. I never lacked donor. My children were ready to donate their kidney to me. Before this transplant, I used to come for dialysis. We used to queue, and someday I came but didn't see most of those we used to struggle or the queue with. So I asked the doctor, and he said to me, many of them died. It affected my psyche, but thank God I went for the transplants and came out good. Thank God.
While celebrating the achievement, the CMD also raised concerns over the financial burden of maintaining the hospital's state-of-the-art cancer treatment equipment, calling for increased support to ensure affordable care continues.
Please, I think it's the time that we help. So many patients, they do have end-stage renal disease, but they do not have the financial capacity to go and do these operations. I think I'm appealing on their behalf. Those voices that are voiceless, help them. And for us as a hospital, we'll continue to manage, monitor such patients that we have done operation for them. We will not just leave them after operation.
With these two successful surgeries, the UMTH is not only saving lives, but also leading research efforts into the root causes of the rising kidney disease cases in Borno and the Northeast region, proving that with the right expertise and commitment, world-class healthcare is possible at home.
The Yobe state government, under its newly established agency, State Emergency Medical and Ambulance Services, YEMABUS, has responded to over 2,000 distress emergency calls in the last 24 months. The executive secretary of the agency, Abdullahi Danchua, in an exclusive interview with Channels Television, explained that more than 50% of the responses were related to maternal and newborn care.
Since the State Emergency Medical and Ambulance Services was established in 2023, the agency has brought succor to communities that may not have access to means of transporting emergency cases, especially pregnant women. The Executive Secretary of the agency, Abdullahi Danchua, revealed over 50% of the emergency responses were related to maternal and newborn health care.
To date, we have responded and saved over 2,331 lives. And out of this number, about 1,251 were females. That tells you that those females are pregnant mothers that we evacuate from the community directly to maternity units of hospitals where they are managed appropriately. And we don't manage, we don't pick a woman just like that. It is only when a woman is in labor or she has developed some maternal complication.
The Executive Secretary, who further revealed they respond daily to emergency road crashes, said the agency is also partnering the National Union of Road Transport Workers to evacuate emergency cases in remote communities, where ambulance services have not reached across the 178 political wards.
Just of recent, we received a tip from the National that every ward of Yobe State should have at least 5 NURTW drivers with their contact details and everything, so that at any point in time, that PHCC or health facility that is very close to that community can easily pick any of the number of the NURTW and dispatch them to pick an emergency patient from the community to the facility.
The Yobe State Emergency Medical and Ambulance Services recently undertook sensitization on emergency toll line to some remote communities in Damaturu local government area that are unaware of the services of the agency, especially internally displaced communities.
We are here in this community. It's a new community comprising mostly of IDPs. And most of them don't have access to the social media and other means of communications. We have tried to sensitize people on our contact number, our emergency number, but this might not have access to those platforms that we used. So we are here to sensitize the community and make them to be aware of our emergency number so they can have access to emergency services.
With the establishment of the ambulance services, over 90% lives of victims were saved, especially the maternal and road crashes, which made up the larger percentage of its responses.
Welcome back. The Yobe state government has issued a final notice to corner shops and shanties along major streets in Damaturu, the state capital. The State Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Mr. Ahmed Buba, disclosed this in Damaturu, the state capital, when he led a joint task force to assess illegal structures in the state capital. Mr. Buba adds that the state government will enforce the law against all owners of corner shops, shanties, and illegal structures in the state.
The Yobe State Joint Task Force is assessing the state of structures in the state capital, Damaturu. The first point of visit is the Women and Children Hospital along Gashua Road in Damaturu, where the team met with leaders of the local traders. The team also inspected estates along Potiskum Road, Maiduguri Road roundabout, Gujba Road, among others.
Engage with them directly.
The State Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Mr. Ahmed Buba, reveals that the government has given a final notice to all illegal corner shop owners to comply.
As you can see, this is a joint exercise with the Yogis and Sanitation Board. So we are on this particular tour in response to the growing increase in number of corner shops and illegal and unauthorized shops across Damaturu metropolis. So we have severally, on different occasions, issued, we have served them with notice, and unfortunately, most of the people are not complying.
The Director General of the Yobe State's Geographic Information Services reveals that several notices were issued to the affected individuals.
These are definitely illegal structures that have been erected across so many places within the Damaturu metropolis. And as the Commissioner rightly said, we have given them notices severally, and some of them have complied, some have not. So I think the law will be applicable at the appropriate time to ensure that government regulations have been followed, and also where alternatives need to be sought, government will ensure that alternatives have been given. We've discussed mostly the reason why the erection and rapid growth of these illegal corner shops or shanties. And they definitely told us that some of them are coming without even the knowledge of some of the leaderships. So that's why we sit at government level to see how we can address that.
The team also visited the ongoing flyover under construction at the central roundabout to ensure that all shop owners comply with the directives of the government to allow speedy construction of the project.
And in Taraba State, the government is set to construct an eco-friendly agro-tourism hub aimed at addressing tourism potential of the state through public-private partnership. The State Commissioner for Ecotourism and Heritage, Mr. Joseph Nagombe, who stated this while briefing journalists in Jalingo, the state capital, said the ministry has prioritized ecological development in the state and has concluded plans to train farmers in modern mechanized farming techniques.
This project is not just another investment, it is a bold step towards transforming Taraba into a top-tier destination for agro-tourism and ecotourism. This resort will offer an immersive African cultural experience that speaks directly to the heart of our identity, designed to replicate and celebrate the culture, architecture, cohesion, art, and lifestyle of the host communities. The resort will serve as a cultural homecoming for Africans in the diaspora and a source of pride to all Tarabas. In a testament to this seriousness and scale of this project, we are glad to inform you that engineers and tourism development experts from African and many different countries will be on ground. Here with us, the president of Motherland Beacons, who is our consultant, together to commence this project. To lead the construction of this eco-resort with an international standard blended with African originality. To train local farmers in modern mechanization farming techniques, to empower initiatives that will assure food production in alleviate and sustainable in host communities. I'm pleased to officially announce to you that La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort, a global renowned African theme resort brand, has commenced bulldozing and preparatory construction work for 2 world-class eco resorts in Taraba State.
The governor of Adamawa State, Umaru Fintiri, has reassured citizens of his administration's commitment to equipping security agencies to effectively safeguard lives and property across the state. The assurance was given during the commissioning of a newly constructed police outpost in Hong local government area, a facility built by the local government chairman to bolster security in the region.
Kwakawa, a farming community located about 30 kilometers from Hong, the administrative headquarters of Hong local government, has long been vulnerable to insecurity due to its terrain and proximity to hideouts often used by bandits and kidnappers. Today, however, the narrative begins to shift as residents gather in celebration for the commissioning of a newly built police outpost, an initiative by the chairman of Hong Local Government Council. Representing the governor, his deputy, Professor Kalaptwa Faratu George, arrives the venue in company of top government officials, including the Speaker of the Adamawa State House of Assembly, Bathia Wesley, who hails from the area. In their remarks, both the Deputy Governor and the Speaker reiterate Governor Fintiri's commitments to tackling insecurity and improving safety in rural areas.
Indeed, ensuring that Adamawa State people sleep with their 2 eyes closed. He takes security very serious, and we can see that in every nook and cranny of Adamawa State, he is ensuring that security is being handled on the front burner, so that his people can go to farm, people can go and do their businesses, people can go to their markets, and that is the only way we can have development.
It is a known fact that security of life and property of a citizenry is one of the cardinal objectives of your administration. Hence the peace being enjoyed in all parts of the state, thereby giving opportunity for investors in the state. Your Excellency, as you recall, just last week, you inaugurated the first ever LCNG facility in entire Northeast in Yola, also testament of peaceful nature of our state.
The Commissioner of Police at Adamawa State commended the local governments for its proactive effort. The traditional ruler of Hong, His Royal Majesty Alheri Bulu Sunyako, also expressed appreciation to both the state and local government.
To this end, let me appreciate and commend the effort of the Honorable Local Government Chairman for constructing and donating this building to the Nigerian Police Force. And I want to appeal to the stakeholders, the youth, businessmen and women, that you should avail to the police necessary information.
I want to thank all of you for coming to witness this very historic event today. The opening of this police edifice here, which is part of the efforts of government, both at state and local government level, to ensure that there's security in our local government, there's law and order in our local government, and there's peace in our local government.
With the formalities complete, Deputy Governor Faratu cuts the tape, officially commissioning the police outpost. Speaking to Channels Television afterwards, the chairman of Hong Local Government Council, Usman Waganda, shares the motivation behind the construction of the facility, citing rising insecurity in the area.
Kidnappers come and pick our people, so we must go and pay some ransom before they will turn back. And that is why motivated me now to construct this very big building, the police station in Hong, in Kokwa. So that it can help the insecurity in this area, not only in Kokwa, but the neighboring villages that surrounded this town, Kokwa.
Residents of Hong are hopeful that safer days lie ahead, as they call on the federal government to deploy more police personnel to the area given the large population and the vastness of surrounding communities still lacking sufficient security presence.
A fine place to anchor the program today. Thank you so much for being there. Of course, we'll be back again, same time next week with another round of editions covering different regions of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.